Let's talk about Zbcn real quick. We are currently trading around 0.0029. So congratulations if you took the trade when I brought it to you guys' attention that this zone, the zone between 0.0025 and also 0.0023 is going to be my point of interest, my bidding zone. So that was the exact stuff that happened. You understand? It was more like a precise sniper entry. Now let's move this point of interest indication out real quick. Now the truth is, even if we are to get a rejection once again, this point of interest is likely to hold once again for the second time and then get a bounce from there to the upside. Now if you're paying attention, when we retrace into the point of interest I gave you guys, we consolidated there for I think about more than 48 hours before getting an aggressive bounce from there to the upside, which if you are to take the measurement, since we tapped into that point of interest, we pumped to the upside over 40% for Zbcn. That's massive if you ask me. And if you're paying attention to the daily time frame MACD indicator as well, we crossed January 3rd, 2026. The MACD line, which is the blue line, crossed above the signal line and also printed 4 bullish MACD histogram, signaling a continuation in this momentum. Let's pay attention to the resistance we just tapped into. The last 2 times we tapped into the resistance, we got an aggressive dump to the downside, back to this point of interest territory. So let's see what's up real. Okay, so if you're dragging, this is likely to be the range high for this range because it is now obvious that we are trading in a range. So I will just label this a range high. Now this zone is now an obvious range low, so the price is likely to bounce between the range high and range low until we get a massive pump out of this range for Zbcn. Now it got to a point people were beginning to flip bearish on Zbcn, and I saw some comments, some people complaining that Zbcn is lagging behind. Some said Zbcn is dead. The market is gradually recovering, and Zbcn market cap is currently seated at $291 million. We are up in the last 7 days almost 30% already. Today up 12.6%. So we are gradually recovering, and it will be wise not to try to time the exact bottom. I already gave you guys the area to like bid. So congratulations if you took the trade, if you entered, if you set your limit order at this point of interest. The moment we are taking out this resistance, this range high, flipping the range high into a support, then we can start easily expecting further price move to the upside, tap into this territory, retest the previous high as support, and then rally aggressively to this significant resistance we have around 0.0072 respectively for Zbcn. Now I'm expecting the moment we are taking out this range high, a lot of bullish activity is going to begin to happen on the price of Zbcn. And like I said, even if it should get a rejection, a retracement for this current pump, then the point of interest is still going to hold, at least for the second time. Yeah, it is still going to hold. Let's look at what the 4-hour time frame is saying real quick in order to get a clear picture. Wow, the 4-hour time frame just showed a precise clean retracement from the range high around 0.0032. So yeah. And let's see, we also have a potential buying zone around 0.0028 for Zbcn. So if this correction continues and into this territory, I'm expecting to get a brief bounce from there back into this range high for Zbcn. That this is what is likely to happen the moment we tap into this territory. Just watch out. So that's that for that. Like this video if you haven't already. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. We've now recovered aggressively. We are currently seated at 44%, indicating fear. Very, very close to the grid zone, the neutral zone, sorry. Now, today is January 6, 2026. Last month was extreme fear. Last week, extreme fear. Yesterday, we've recovered fear. And now we are closer to the neutral zone than before. Sooner or later, we should begin to see the entire cryptocurrency market head into the grid and extreme grid territory, which is when the massive explosion is going to begin. Now, this is the BTC price on the daily time frame. We're going to be sticking to the daily time frame in order to get a clear picture of what is really happening. Now, I told you guys in the previous video, the moment BTC is going above the 100k, flipping the 100k zone into a support, that is when I will flip very, very bullish on BTC and the entire market. We are currently trading around $93,331 on the BTC US Tether pair on the perpetual contract market. Now, the thing is, we just broke out of this range, which is the 92k range. We talked about this range obviously in our previous videos, and the 92k range, the 84k range, and the 82k range. So we are yet to take out the 82k liquidity. We still have liquidity there, so we are yet to take out that liquidity, and the market has like rallied to the upside. Now, I think two things is likely to happen here. It is either we form a deviation here, just like we've done before in the past. It's either we form a deviation just like we did in December 2025, and also, yeah, December 2025 to be precise, form a deviation and then get a rejection from there to the downside, which if we are getting that rejection, I won't be surprised if we tap into the 82k territory before rallying aggressively to take out the 100k, flip the 100k into a support, and then send BTC and the entire market to the moon. Now, this is my scenario number one. Now, the number two scenario here is we flipping this 92k, which we just broke out of, into a support and then rally into 100k. 100k is definitely likely to act as a resistance. So I won't be surprised if we get a rejection from the 100k, retest the 100k once again. If the bulls are strong enough, if the market sentiment is bullish enough to favor the bulls, then we should expect to break out of the 100k, flip it into a support, and then rally to the upside. So the moment 100k is getting flipped as support, you all should flip bullish immediately, because it is an indication that price is about to begin to go aggressive to the upside. But I'm favoring more price move to the upside than a retrace to the 84 and 82k for BTC. I might be wrong, but fingers crossed. Let's see how it goes. We are still waiting for the aggressive dump on the BTC dominance price. We are currently on the monthly time frame, by the way, because the last time we had a dump in 2017, altcoin market exploded. Same thing happened in 2021, altcoin market exploded. We are yet to get that aggressive dump for the BTC dominance. Now, the only bullish rally I'm expecting for this 2026 is the rally we are anticipating between Q1 2026 and Q2. Anything above that, the moment we are heading into June, July, we should expect an aggressive rejection, aggressive correction in the entire market. I think that is what is likely to mark the bear market until Q1 2027. I'm expecting 2027 all through to be a very, very bullish year for the entire market. This is the orders chart on the Monday time frame. I believe I've drawn you guys' attention to this chart countless times, and I think I've boldly told you guys the bottom is in for the entire altcoin market. By the way, the orders chart against the BTC pair is the ratio crypto total market cap excluding the top 10 cryptos and excluding BTC. Now, historically, this trend line has acted as support. That's why I call it a multi-year support trend line. It's a very significant trend line. The last time we retested it in 2017, altcoin market got a bounce and exploded. Same thing happened in 2019 when quantitative tightening came to an end, altcoin market exploded. Same thing happened in January 2021 before altcoin market finally exploding aggressively to the upside. The same signal is currently flashing before our very eye, and it saddens me that a lot of people are still sidelined waiting for the best entry. Sooner or later, you can wake up tomorrow and see an aggressive push to the upside, because quantitative tightening has already come to an end. It came to an end last month, December 1st, 2025. And historically, when quantitative tightening comes to an end, marks the bottom of the entire market, which is what is already happening. The altcoin market is already in an aggressive recovering phase, outperforming BTC by far. Now, I won't be surprised if we get a bounce from here, this Q1 and Q2 2026, all the way to this resistance before retracing to test this zone and then bottoming there once again before aggressively rallying into 2027. The moment we are getting this bounce, it is going to be very, very massive for altcoins. The bounce we've gotten so far, if you guys are paying attention to this candle, is almost insignificant, but the entire market has reacted to it massively. Pepe meme was the first meme coin that ignited the rally altcoins are currently following, and that was the same thing Pepe did in 2023. If you guys remembered, Pepe is up 64% in the last 7 days. So the entire market has recovered massively. Some are up 100%, some are up 200% already. And it all because of the slight bounce the orders chart got. Now imagine if the orders chart now moves aggressively from this zone aggressively to the upside all the way to this territory. Then the market is going to be in an aggressive, explosive phase. Now that will be all for now in this video. As always, my name is Isaac. Like this video if you haven't already. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Peace out.